This is what.
What did I do?
I don't know. You looked at
I know, you got excited. What's up, everybody? Today we're bringing you a review of Doctor Strange. You went Doctor Strange. He's the doctor. You gotta give respect. Respect.
You heard him in the movie.
His name.
You heard him in the movie. It's not Mr. Strange.
Oh, Master, right?
It's not Master Strange. It's Dr. Stephen Strange.
That's right. You put some respect on his name.
I respect. Yeah, Mr. Doctor Strange.
The latest Marvel movie.
What was that? The 18th, 19th, 20th?
25th.
What is this? 25th?
25th movie. I don't know. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Hannibal Lecter from the show Hannibal.
We do our research.
Yeah,
Very diligent.
Well, I know his name is Mads Mikkelsen. I know that.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't know how to say that guy's name. Chiwetley Ejiofor or some shit like that. That's weird. I can't say it. Barrymore. But
Alright.
it's basically his origin story. So if you don't know the origin story of Doctor Strange,
Go read a comic book.
I guess we do that.
Go read a comic book.
If you don't know, he was like a really good surgeon. Gets in a car accident, messes up his hands, and he can no longer practice his medicine and do his surgery.
Marvel's first attempt to go into the magic world.
It's a lot better than I thought it was going to come out as.
Much like Ant-Man, I thought that this was going to be the one dip. And the whole Marvel, they do so good their movies. I put it above Ant-Man. I put it above the Thor movies. Not as good as Captain America movies.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch did a good job as Doctor Strange. Mads Mikkelsen. I didn't hear nothing Mads Mikkelsen was saying.
He mumbled a lot too. He mumbled and talked a lot.
I heard him say certain names and certain characters, and that was about it.
Well, that's always the problem with the Marvel villains. They're never that good, really.
That's the problem is they don't flesh out their villains. They
No.
don't give one villain a backstory. They give one of them.
Yeah, just Loki.
Loki's the only person that got it.
Yeah, and you kind of feel it because you don't really know what the guy's really doing. He's just kind of there, shows up, starts with magic, and you're like, oh, he's the bad guy, so I guess I gotta fight him. They just bring up Dormammu and just say that they basically were just like, oh, he works for Dormammu, and he's just trying to get the dark world into
our world.
our world. So that's a typical fucking. We've seen that before.
But I think the way they explore the magic and
Magic
talk
was
about
good.
the magic is good.
CG
That's
was
the
good.
real star of the movie, is the effects.
The effects was good.
The time distortion and the mirror world distortions.
And the Inception world.
Yeah, the Inception world, like those scenes, that's pretty much the star of the movie.
As far as Marvel movies go, I'm like with him on this. I'm not gonna say it's the best Marvel movie. It's not the worst.
No.
Though.
I would still put like Guardians of the Galaxy way above it.
Overall story is good.
It was good.
For
Doctor Strange movie,
especially
you know,
people who don't really care about Doctor Strange much.
Yeah, because that was
Doctor
one of the
Strange
problems.
is not he's not really a big character in comic book.
Exactly, and that's one of the problems I had with like Ant-Man. Like when I saw it, I was like, were people really interested in seeing an Ant-Man movie? I mean, Doctor Strange is a little bit different because
He's at least a tier higher than that.
yeah,
He is higher than that, but still,
he has like
he's not
the magic.
He's not a big world.
But like they have veered so far away from magic in these movies,
Right.
So it's kind of weird that how would you really fit it in? Because like when you watch this, you're seeing like the time manipulation and you're seeing him do all this thing. I'm like, well then how is he gonna fit with the other stuff? Because all the other problems that they've had could be easily rectified with Doctor Strange being there and just kind of rewinding time and fixing everything. He used a lot of the old comic book references to a lot of his relics that he uses. A lot of the characters that were on his side were it was kind of predictable where they were going, especially the Sorcerer Supreme, because everyone knows Doctor Strange's got to become the Sorcerer Supreme. So you kind of figure it out, like, okay.
Eventually he will, because in this movie, they still didn't even call him Sorcerer Supreme. He's still learning.
He put the yellow gloves on, Josh. He's Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, me.
Well,
When the yellow gloves came on, he went.
we don't even know how far that is. How far apart that is from when he's learning and fought this dude.
Well, this movie's supposed to take place during Iron Man 2. Because there's a scene where they mentioned that there was a guy that was in a suit that got spun around. Yeah. And that was the guy that when they were making the fake Iron Man outfits in Iron Man 2, that it spun and broke. That's the guy that he was working on before he fucked his hands up.
Damn, they went far back.
So
like
it's
that.
technically it takes place before all that shit.
This shit. Why go far? Why go far back?
Because they had to figure out a way to fit him in without mentioning the other Avengers.
Yes.
Because they didn't mention him in Captain America 2, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Right. He was
When Hydra had a
already
list,
established.
yeah, Hydra had a list, and they named names, and they said Doctor Strange.
If this took place after that, they would have no reason to do that. So it's supposed to take place chronologically during the same time frame as Iron Man 2.
So he's already established in the world, but yet he's just sitting at home doing nothing while all this is happening.
Being lazy.
Basically.
Dimension training.
You don't know we don't know what he was doing during Avengers. He might have been in his house like this. Magic and the aliens over there. You don't know what he was doing.
Okay.
But you mean to tell me he couldn't have just rewound the time and just put them all back in the
No, because the Eye of Agamotto, that's not a weapon you use, Josh, every day. Okay, you gotta use that when shit gets real.
I mean, it is refreshing to actually watch like a Marvel movie without having to worry about all the other baggage that goes along with it. Because this does kind of stand on its own.
Yeah.
And it's the beginning of the magical universe. You don't have to worry about like what the fuck Hulk is doing, what the fuck Thor is, where's Thor at.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry
It's
about
his
what
own
Captain
movie.
America's
It's his own
doing.
movie.
Yeah. I think that's what Guardians of the Galaxy had an advantage of too.
Yeah.
Was you didn't have to worry about really anything else that was going on in the universe.
But them.
But what was happening. Yeah, the fights were cool.
Oh wow.
Batman fight.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about too about the movie because I you in trailers you see like the world bending and shit, and I was like, how are they gonna incorporate this actually fighting each other?
They did a good job.
Yeah.
They did a real good job.
One of my favorite parts would probably be the hallway scene during the one he was trying to run away and he was making the stairway longer and he was doing all that.
I kind of like the astral projection fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it
I didn't
wasn't
like
that
that
bad.
much.
It wasn't that
It was
bad.
cool, but not it was not
It
exciting.
could have been ugly. It could have been worse.
Oh yeah.
It could have been a lot worse than how they did
No,
it.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah. I like the story, I like the effects. It's good. You know, but yeah, I'll be.
I give it a B only because I thought it was gonna be boring as shit because I don't like Doctor Strange.
Right.
But this actually, I kept watching it. It
wasn't boring.
It wasn't boring. It kept my attention. It was. I like the colors. The colors were pretty bright too. It was pretty
Simple man,
good.
please here. You give me nice colors.
I like the colors. Maybe
I like the colors.
I was like a little baby. I like a little baby. Look at the colors. Ooh. They kept it like the colors were like visually pretty,
Really
like,
bright for you,
like,
right?
like Guardians. Because Guardians was
Really
pretty.
nice kid.
Yeah, that's it. I'm simple to please.
I'd probably give Doctor Strange a B also. I mean, like I said, it's really good movie. It's refreshing, especially when you don't have to, like he said, worry about the other Marvel baggage going on. It reminded me a lot of the Netflix show when they don't really pay attention to the other Marvel stuff. They just mention it here and there.
Yeah,
they
just
mention
okay,
one
some
thing
of it.
and they ignore everything else.
Keep going.
The only downside I would have to say is just like Marvel, you need to flush your villains out. You have no interesting villains.
Yeah, no. I give it a B too. I like the fights. I was surprised at how like toned down they made Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
As compared to like the comic books, because when you start to talk the cosmic shit and the dimensions and all that, it gets a little fucking confusing, and you kind of just like whatever. But this movie actually kind of toned it down and kind of mainstreamed it enough.
Yeah.
And like I said, there was no boring parts of it. It was every scene seemed like it fit and made sense to what was going on. And when you start fucking around with dimensions, you can lose that real easy. And as an origin movie, it's one of the better ones. Like Captain America's origin movie, I thought was kind of boring. Same thing with Thor's. When you compare them to like those ones, this one was actually a lot better than most of the other origin movies Marvel has done.
I'm not a Doctor Strange fan, so I don't know if his cape was alive in the comic books, but his cape was alive in this movie.
It was moving like
Yeah.
it had its own life.
Yeah,
It had its own thing.
it was fighting with
It
him.
fought with him. It helped him.
Yeah,
It took care of him.
That's
I
what I'm saying.
kind of
know.
like that because it was like
I
a
don't know
whole
if the comic
personality.
books is like that.
That's a review of Doctor Strange. We all pretty much just like the movie. We definitely recommend go seeing it. Check out the movie. Let us know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys next time.